Getting the grain from the land, the decisive moment in any farmer's production cycle. But, as many can attest, this is also the moment where the farmer loses control over his product. From now on, economic powers take effect and farmers are sucked into a whirlwind of agents, marketing, buyers, sellers, and most important, price fixing. They are pressurized into selling. This is a cutthroat market in which the producer is often merely a spectator. Silo bags have changed this. Farmers are now in a position to take back control of their post-harvest sales. South Americans have investigated the possibility of storing dry grain in silo bags, and with more than a decade of great success stories, more than 30 million tons of dry grain is stored in silo bags worldwide. Increased crop yields forced Argentinian farmers to seek alternative storage methods. In the 2001-2002 season, their wheat, maize, soybean and sunflower production was well over 48 million tons, while their estimated storage capacity was only 43 million tons, a shortage of 5 million tons without taking into account minor crop production. The storage surplus came closer to 13 million tons, or 30% of their crop production. It is a known fact that by storing perishables in a vacuum-packed plastic bag or container, it stays fresh for longer. Silo bags used this simple concept in designing one of the most advanced, state-of-the-art mass storage devices of our time. The challenge was to make the storage device airtight, prohibiting the survival of any unwanted bacteria, fungi, and insects, but also to make it cool, preserving the content for longer periods. The grain is stored in the bag by means of a bagging machine. This machine has the capacity to bag 180 tons of grain per hour, taking just more than an hour to fill one bag of 190 tons. The machine is operator-friendly and has a large reception capacity from the grain hopper as well as a manual braking system. When this 3-layer raw material polyethylene bag is filled, it gets sealed, whereafter respiratory oxygen from the grain, bacteria, fungi and insects is used. The oxygen is converted into an atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide, eliminating the survival of organisms in this anaerobic environment and ensuring optimum conservation of your grain over time. Both the outside as well as the middle layer of the bag is treated with titanium dioxide to maximize UV protection. The silver-white layer on the outside reflects sunlight to keep the interior temperature cooler than the outside temperature. The middle layer is white, and apart from providing UV protection, the elasticity of this layer accommodates expansion and contraction. The inside layer of the bag is black and prevents the penetration of sunlight. When sunlight is eliminated, not even the anaerobic bacteria can survive. The full 60-meter bag has a diameter of 2.7 meters and can easily be left outside for more than 18 months. Regular inspections should be done to prevent, identify and repair external damage. Without adding any chemicals, the atmosphere in the bag remains stable over time. The development of fungi and the reproduction of insects are inhibited, and the temperature in the bag remains low. Debagging the grain is a simple process which needs a grain extractor. This machine debags the grain at 200 tons per hour. In less than 18 minutes, a standard truckload of 38 metric tons can be loaded. The debagging machine is fitted with a hydraulic rolling device which rolls up the bag while debagging. Automatic scissors cut the bag at the top. The farmer's capital expenditure has, in many cases, been recovered after the first harvest. The silo bag allows you to save on annual storage costs and enables you to store your own grain on the farm with minimum losses or wastage. By doing this, you can wait until the price is right before you decide to sell your grain. Overproduction is not a problem anymore. You will have the storage capacity. Grain can be separated and kept according to varieties, quality, grades, and protein content. Grain can be stored at higher moisture percentages than normal while keeping its grade, moisture, and color without having to add chemicals. Transport costs are lower during normal peak seasons, and there's no more waiting at the storage points during harvesting, which will increase your operative capacity during harvesting. Making use of silo bags for storing silage has numerous advantages. It minimizes the loss of grain in the upper and lower parts and sides as compared to the more conventional cattle feed systems. Instant anaerobic conditions, lessens secondary fermentation during unloading, easier to classify cattle feed to obtain the perfect feed balance, and obtaining a uniform feed with low dry materials and high digestibility percentages. Preparing your field for silo bags is simple when taking a few principles into consideration. The silo bag must be placed on a level surface. Placing at a slight angle is allowed, but ensure that the opening of the bag faces downhill. An uneven surface may put strain on the bag's flexibility and can cause it to overstretch. Get rid of any grass, weeds, rocks, sticks, and other sharp objects in the laydown area. Use away from trees, pylons, and telephone cables, which can cause damage. The silo bag is a revolutionary concept, allowing you to store and monitor your grain, fertilizer, and cattle feed in a cost-effective way on your own farm without the headaches of transport and storage logistics. Silo bags offer you a highly recommended and cost-effective solution to cut out the middleman. The silo bag is an innovation which shifts the paradigm in world agriculture.